Welcome back to Clickbait, the podcast.
Yes, we are very clickbaity today. Thank you guys for coming back this week.
I'm Keren Margolis.
And I'm Amanda Gail, and we are going to have some funny videos. Hang your hat up.
Yeah, take a load off, get some snacks.
Yeah, and we are going to actually get snacks, but don't go to a group dinner. Do you like the group dinners? Like when you ever get invited to like a big group for dinner, do you ever go?
Yeah, I kind of do like it.
You do like it? Well, one girl thinks it's a scam. Can you play video number 1? Was that too?
Those big birthday friend group dinners that you see, be glad that you weren't invited. They suck, okay? Let me tell you, if you weren't invited and you're kind of feeling sad right now, don't you dare feel sad, okay? We've got like 20 people at a birthday dinner. We've got 5 people on this end who can't even talk to the 5 people on that end. They're talking bad about the 5 people on that end. They don't even like them, but they're there because they want to upkeep appearances and make sure that it looks like they have friends and like not have FOMO. So that's the most important thing. We've also got now, they need to split like 4 wontons 18 different ways on the bill that, you know, so-and-so didn't even eat, and somebody ordered shots and half the people didn't drink them, but now they're on their bill and they're spending a ton more money than they wanted to. Also that they can get a picture at the end of the night and put it on Instagram stories and be like, family. You know, like that's all that's going on. And they don't even, most of them don't even like each other. They just don't want to be friendless. So they'll go to these big birthday dinners and just not even really chat.
Wow, shots fired.
She doesn't have a lot of friends.
No, and I think that's like a young person. Here's the thing, I'm not being invited to dinners out like every week.
Yeah.
We're all adults and we have shit going on. So when I do, like the older I get, the more I'm like, I need to say yes to invitations to go out, because when I look back on my life, I'm going to be really happy that I saw my friends before we all get married and have kids and stuff and we can't do this anymore. We should go, like make an effort to go see each other.
Right.
So, you know, when I was 20, I was really overburdened with dinners.
Yeah, I will say this. I never miss someone's birthday. I mean, I'm not going to go to like a dinner for like the sake of a dinner, but I would never miss someone's birthday. Birthdays are very important to me. If I get invited to someone's birthday, I'm definitely going.
You're so sweet.
And like big events I'd never miss with friends. But like, oh, just friends going to a group dinner because of nothing? Like, no.
It's also a Ponzi scheme because, you know, when they split the bill, especially, okay, the birthday dinner, big, huge birthday dinners when you're really young, that's a scam. She's right, because everyone orders recklessly. So if you're like trying to save money and you're like, I'm just going to get like a little appetizer and a little salad. Yeah. And then everybody's like, okay, we're just going to like split it evenly. And you're like, I didn't touch a drop of alcohol.
So
I didn't order the lobster. You guys are absolutely unhinged.
Right. And all those like, all the drinks, it's the drinks really. It's
the
not
drinks.
even like the food. It's like the drinks.
And then the birthday person just doesn't pay. They're like, oh, we can't let her pay.
We can't let Daphne pay.
No, Daphne can pay. Daphne can learn a little responsibility on her birthday.
It's her birthday. That's the gift for her. You don't let her pay.
Is that the if that's the gift, then I agree. But if you're also getting Daphne gifts,
who gives people gifts?
No.
I have never gotten anyone a gift for their birthday, like since I was at birthday parties.
Really? What about a boyfriend?
Oh, a boyfriend, but a girlfriend? I haven't gotten any girlfriend gifts. I go out to dinner.
I know. My friend and I, one of my best friends, we have a tradition of just giving each other like. It's not like crap, but it is kind of whatever we have around. So like, let's say you forgot to return a pair of shoes and they're also her size and you just can't return them anymore. That's a gift.
Yeah. Well, me taking you out to me sitting with your other friends is a gift.
Oh my God. I know. And you've done that for me on several occasions.
No, but I like your friends a lot. So it's not a big, I actually like people's friends now. I think when I was younger, like, you know, it was more like, oh God, this group's gonna be there and that group's gonna be there. It's gonna be a whole group, you know.
Yeah, this is young people problems, because young people have no control over like what people make decisions and then immediately lose control of them.
Right. They're still learning. Well, they're still learning.
Right. Listen, I've been there, but when you just go, yeah, I'll go to a dinner, you don't have to. You can say no. I know when you're a young person, you feel
like the FOMO.
Like you have to, but you don't.
Well, I will say this. I think you should show up for people's birthdays. I do think you're obligated to show up to your friend's birthday.
Okay.
And if you don't, and if you feel like I don't have to go to this person's birthday, they're not your real friend.
Right.
Anyone who's like my real like close friend, I will absolutely. I'll put in my calendar. I'll like, you know. But a regular,
you're such a good person.
But a regular. That's how I think friends should. I think there's certain things friends absolutely should show up for. Absolutely, your birthday. You know, any engagement. You know, any celebration of engagement or graduation or you know. But just a regular like it's Saturday night. We're going out with the girlies, and if you don't come, you're not a real friend. No, that's not obligated.
That's also blackmail. Isn't that like a
the
crime?
Girlies, yeah.
Yeah, no. I don't know. If you also, I don't do like group friendships.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm not friends
I'm a
with a
girl
group.
band. I'm not a girl band.
No.
I used to be I used to be. My whole thing was girl groups, being a part of girl groups, and they are
That's
awful.
exhausting.
I'm sorry. I know I love women. I love women individually, but a girl group is very, very toxic. It's insanely toxic.
It has its own ecosystem.
Oh
and
my
its
God.
own politics.
Oh, I
and
know.
it's so exhausting because I'm not best friends with everybody equally in a group. So I always have like a person that I'm friends with, and then there's everybody else, and no one likes that.
Yeah, and there's other, like you said, the ecosystem and the politics and like the power hierarchy and it's so stupid, and it literally took away most of my young years.
It was my whole 20s.
You don't have to be in a rock band, a girl group. Anyway, okay. Actually, winter's coming.
Winter is coming.
And wait, this is a really funny video. Okay, I want to show you this next video. This woman, her cousin's missing, and listen to her response.
Cousin's actually missing?
Yeah. Let's play it.
Been missing. Wanted to come home. My cousin has been missing for 3 days now. Me and my family, we've been out here in the woods looking for her. We've been looking everywhere for her. Yeah, but my thing is, my family is telling everybody that she may have gotten kidnapped. She weighed over 300 pounds. When have y'all ever seen somebody over 300 pounds get kidnapped? Come on now, who fighting her and put her in the car? Nobody. I'm tired. It's hot outside. She probably somewhere. I keep telling them she keep trying to be a foodie, one of the mukbangers type things. All they gotta do is check every restaurant, but instead we out here checking the woods, the train tracks. We checking everywhere. The boyfriend don't know where she at. He don't care about where she at. He don't even like her. I like him. I like her boyfriend, so I know he not stun her. We just need her to come home because she left this. She left this. And we gotta sit here and take care of this. It's cute and all. Ain't that right, mama? But she need to come get a dog. How you leave a whole dog? That's like leaving your kids, and you know I don't like kids. But let me say something to her. Brianna, if you are not back, if you are not home, in 3 days, I'm keeping this dog. I'm keeping her. She made my face itchy and everything. We got a little bag for her because she don't like to walk around. She probably done tried to eat the dog. Ain't no telling, ma'am. But we just need her to come home.
All right.
She sat on me last week. I'm not helping them look for her no more. Like, I'm done. I'm gonna talk to y'all and everything. Try to plead for her to come because I'm sick of doing this. I gotta act like I care about it, and I really don't. Just come home. I'm shaking. Just start the camera. All right. Cousin, if you are out there, we really need you to come home because we miss you so much. I done cried so much, tears won't even come down my eyes no more. And then if anybody did kidnap her, I'm sorry, can't nobody kidnap her. I can't even get into that. What you mean it's live?
Is that real?
Oh God, my dreams will come down if you don't think that's real.
Oh my God. I hope that's real.
It's giving like, remember Antoine Dotson? I'm dating myself.
Oh yeah.
Hide your kids, hide your wife. They raping everybody up in here.
Oh yeah. And she goes, she sat on me last week.
Yeah, forget her. I mean, I hope they find her. If you guys have seen a 300-pound woman from the South that owns a dog, like
Call Brianna.
Call the authorities, please.
Right. When was
Literally-
this posted?
TikTok doesn't have dates on it anymore. TikTok took away dates and times.
Is that true?
When someone
I thought they came back.
No, so if it's new, you won't see a date, but if it's like older than a month or older than a year, you'll see dates now. Yeah, it's like on your go to your For You page right now, you guys, pick it up. And I'm a digital native, so I know about this, by the way. Okay. You will see that the dates of posting is gone in TikTok, and unless it's like really old.
What a mind fuck.
Yeah, we don't know.
So everything feels like it's happening now.
Yeah, and when you only know if I go to the comments. When I go to the comments, I'm like, okay, 10 hours. Like, that's how you can tell how old the TikTok is.
Okay, I'm sorry, but that is some Chinese sorcery. Like,
Literally.
I don't, the Chinese government's trying to mess with our sense of time.
Yeah, we're like, what time is it? We don't even know.
We don't even know. Did this happen yesterday or 20 years ago?
They're like, I'm like, yeah, back. Like something in my For You page, like
Your For You page is recycled from 4 years ago.
Yeah, but there's no dates. So I'm like, you know what? Like Dr. Fauci wants us to wear masks again. And everyone's
Right.
like, what? And
What's
like,
happening?
no, it was
Don't-
on my TikTok. Like, you have to wear a mask again.
Don't come to work. I'm immunocompromised.
Yeah, have you guys ever heard about this?
Yeah.
Like, that happened 2020. And I'm like, no, but it was on my
No.
For You page. That happened yesterday.
right. Because they're so fucking stupid. It's
Literally.
happening now.
I know. It's happening now.
Right. The non-dates on my TikTok tells me this is it. Actually, I think they censored all that content. I think you're not really allowed to talk about it on TikTok because they're a little sensitive about that. Mm-hmm.
Oh, but it's a disease that happened.
I know, but it came from there.
Oh, interesting. Wow. Okay, that's like some meta shit. All right. So that we don't know if that was real. You guys let us know if you found Brianna, but that was kind of funny, right?
Could somebody please update us as to the status of Brianna?
No, literally.
And what happened to the dog?
It was a really cute dog. How much is that dog? That was expensive.
I don't know. I don't know that it was that
I like
expensive.
literally don't care about dogs, to be honest. I mean, I like them afar, but I don't really.
Yeah, you're not a dog person, really.
I like them like not.
You like them theoretically.
But they're messy. I don't have to clean that much.
No, they are, and you know what? They're dirty. I just have a thing with other people's dogs, unless it's a puppy, because a puppy, no problem, but unless it's a puppy, I just think that your dog is disgusting.
It's a kid. It's like someone else's kid.
It's nasty. Like we live in the city, so I know where that dog has been because I'm there too, except I don't walk on it with my bare hands. Like I take my shoes off at the door for that reason.
Yeah, come on, dogs, get it together.
Get it together.
Okay. What do you think the best time of the day is? Like, what's your favorite time of the day?
It's right before I go to sleep. It's the time between.
No, but it has to be a time.
Oh.
Okay,
Has to be a time
TikTok.
day. Okay. Hold on. The best time of the day is
What hour? What would you say is the best hour of the day? Like 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 p.m.
Oh God, this is so hard. I'm stressing. Okay, the best hour of the day is like 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Okay, because at 8 p.m. I feel free to ignore. You try to reach me at 8 p.m. Not you. You're an exception. But if anybody needs something at 8 p.m., like you don't have the right. You're going to wait until tomorrow morning, and in a matter of minutes, I could be in bed. And I love that because I long for the moment when I can be in my cozy bed. That is it. And when I see the clock hit 8, I go, well, it's minutes. It's
Right.
minutes away. Even if it's hours, it doesn't feel like it. I'm
Wow.
entering bed zone.
You have like healthy habits. That's a healthy habit to be able to relax at 8. I'm still panicked and like on TikTok and stuff. So. Andrew, what's the best hour? The best hour.
Can we see your face?
Yeah, sure. Favorite time? I like the sunset time.
What? No, it's a time.
Oh, whatever time that is. Like it changes.
So that's the time. So 6:30 a.m. 6:30 p.m.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, we're gonna see a TikTok of someone saying that they think what actually the best.
Okay.
The best objective time. All right,
Best.
let's
Okay.
Am I the only one that's in love with 11 a.m.? I mean, it's the perfect start time to everything. It's the perfect time to meet somebody for
No.
a brunch, late breakfast. It's the perfect time to meet somebody for lunch because you're going to get there, you're going to chat a little bit. By the time you get your food, it's noon, it's afternoon. It's perfect. 11 a.m. is also a perfect time to get together for like a business meeting because you can wake up in the morning, you can get, your workout in, you can like enjoy your day for a little bit, do a little meditation if you want. If you're an early riser, you can do all those things and have a little bit of time to yourself. And if you're a late riser, you can still get up and like give yourself time to have a coffee, sit down, answer a couple emails, and then somebody shows up and you're good to go. Like starting at 9,
Yeah.
it's fine, but it's the first thing you're gonna do. 9 o'clock meeting, unless you have a kid and you're waking up at 6:30 in the morning. Most people are getting up at like 8. I think 11 is perfect. Anybody else?
No, I disagree. Especially, okay, I'm going to say this. I disagree with maybe on a work day, 11 a.m. is the perfect time for a meeting in the work day.
Yeah.
Weekend for brunch, that's too early, dude.
It's balls early.
1 p.m. at least for brunch.
Don't even look at me before 1 p.m. on a weekend.
No way.
For brunch?
Get out of here.
It's at 11 a.m. on a weekend is breakfast. You don't even
Literally.
have the right to call it brunch.
Yeah, I'm like bed rotting at 11 a.m.
At 11 a.m. That's fucking psychotic. I get what he's saying. Have you ever like woken up just super early? Like, let's say, when you're sick a little bit, like you have a cold and you end up going to bed really early and then you wake up like psychotically early. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh my God, like I'm not even tired anymore. And it's like 6 a.m. and you're just wide awake and you're like, I have the whole day. Like the city is so quiet, and you're like, I can't
I'm so
believe how much
productive.
time I have. Right, I could do anything. And then you do stuff for like 4 or 5 hours, and you check the time. You're like, the day must be over, and it's 11 a.m. And you're like, wow, I have the whole day. Now, do you do anything with the day? You don't. You waste it.
Plot twist.
But it still feels so good. I get what he's saying when you look down and you just go, oh my God, it's 11. I can do so much. It's not even the afternoon.
I know. Productive. Okay, productive queen.
Okay.
All right, production.
I mean, I'll say that 11 a.m. to someone who does have kids, because I work with people who are on both ends of the spectrum.
Right.
And I tell my coworkers all the time, I go, because they're always like, we're going to schedule a meeting for 9 a.m. I go, you love work. People who have kids and are married love work so much. They can't wait to get to work. When they're working from home, they're like, well, we could even like all come in, and we're all like, no. I just love
want to get out of
way.
the house. Yeah, they're like, I want to save my marriage and leave this house. My marriage is on the brink of divorce. And I stay here.
They're up at 4:30 in the morning. They don't have any time for themselves. They haven't worked out in 5 years. So when you're like, I want to, let's meet at 9, they're like, oh my God, like why that late?
I know.
Like, why can't we start it at 7 and really get something done? Like, so it depends. For me, personally, no.
No,
No,
it's a
girl.
no dog.
It's a no for me, dog.
1 p.m. This is my answer. 1 p.m. on a weekend is the perfect time to meet. And I think 11 a.m. for a meeting during the workday is beautiful.
What's the perfect time where if you look down at your watch, you're happy to see that time?
Like, I guess 10:30. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. Like I'm like, oh, it's thank God it's just that, or thank God it's late.
Well, that's what I'm asking. So, like, okay, for example, like if you're a 9-to-5er, then you look down at your watch and it's like 4:45, and you didn't realize that the day had gone. You'd be like, oh my God, that's amazing. 4:45 might be your favorite time.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah,
and
yeah.
if you're not, then maybe it's like I don't know.
I'll tell you what, I hate 2 p.m.
Why?
On a weekday,
Yeah.
because it's like, it's like the afternoon, and you're like, it's after lunch, and you're like, your brain's still working, but it's not time to clock out yet.
Like, not at all.
Yeah, so I feel like I hate 2 p.m. 3 p.m. in a work day.
I was just going to say
I
3
love
p.m.
2 p.m.
on a
I like
workday.
2 p.m. Yeah.
I was going to say that. Well, because at 3 p.m., someone can still hit you up with a task and reasonably expect you to finish it by the end of the day. That's what's so annoying. If somebody hits you up at 4 p.m., you can be like, all right, I'll get that to you tomorrow,
Yeah, right.
obviously,
Yeah.
because the day's over. But at 3 p.m., they'd be like, you've had 2 hours, so let's get it
Right.
done.
And that's
is an assault.
Right, and I think they've proven that that's when people crash. The 3 p.m. coffee, that's when you crash.
Between the hours of 2 and 4:30, sometimes between 1 and 5. I find it hard to keep my eyes open. I
Yeah.
could have slept 9 hours the night before.
Yeah.
I'm like, this
Right.
is not it for me.
It is so. Oh my God, I'm so glad you brought it. It's so funny how when you're on vacation, you could sleep 3 hours and feel so refreshed.
Right. Feel amazing. Actually,
Right.
better than ever.
Right, but when you're in a regular day, you could sleep 9 hours, and because you're stressed out.
The
It's just
second
stress.
I get there, and also it's like the lighting. Like I get there and the lights are beaming down on me. When I tell you that my
fake air conditioning. Yeah.
I'm not into it. When my bedroom light in my apartment it actually never worked. Like the bulb needs to be replaced. And when I moved in, it was like that, and I never replaced it because I hate overhead light. I feel like it's just knife stabbing me.
Yeah.
I think it's disrespectful to even have lights on. I just think it's disgusting. I have blackout curtains. I'll sit there with my curtains blacked out. Like I don't like the light.
You're sensitive to it, right?
I just don't. I find it to be rude.
Right.
Like, why does everything have to be so well lit? Why do we need to see everything? Everything actually looks better when you can't see it.
I agree. I like blurry.
I like blurry. I like dark. I think everybody looks so hot. Like, if you want me, like my attention, you want me to be attracted to you, meet me in darkness.
Yes.
I'm going to think you're so hot.
I know. It's like, when people get these like headshots. That's why I'm like reluctant to get headshots, because they have this.
It's in 4K.
You see everything, and
I know.
I'm like, do I really look like that?
It's crazy because everyone feels like that, but then when I see other people's professional shots, I'm like, oh, you look amazing. Like, you look like a model. But when I see my own, I'm just like, that is
It's disgusting.
humiliating.
I know. That's why I'm reluctant to get headshots, because I'm like, I hate the lighting. It's like
hate it.
so honest.
Right.
And you can't lie. They don't lie, I think. But
No, I know. And then to get like a couple good headshots, you get like 3. You have to take so many thousands of pictures to get to one picture where you don't want to rip your own face off of your body.
It's usually when my face is turned or something. Yeah.
Right. Or it's like some unnatural angle of the neck. Anyway,
Okay, so we are in, I think winter's coming.
no doubt.
Have you-
as
have
it
you-
does every year.
Do you know, have you thought about your winter girl arc?
What?
Do you know what that is?
Wait. Can you say those words again? I don't
Winter girl arc?
even- Winter girl arc, like story arc, or arc like Noah's Ark?
Story arc. ARC-C.
Okay, can I just say something before we watch the TikToks? I have thought about it. I have.
Okay, so
because because the fall. Can I just say this for like literally 30 seconds? The fall is cuffing season. We know that.
Right.
Summer is hot girl summer. Fall is cuffing season, and then the winter is when you settle down with someone and try not to get knocked up, or you do. I don't know. I'm at a point in my
it's pull out winter.
Right. Well, I'm in unplanned pregnancy winter.
I'm in IUD era, so I mean that's like every season.
Oh,
IUD
okay,
era,
nice.
So.
Yeah, I'm in my if it happens, it happens era. So
Pull out in a prayer.
Well, I'm not. No one's pulling out. If we're having sex, we're doing it as God intended.
You're praying Jesus doesn't impregnate you. Era.
No, I'm asking Jesus. I'm like, Jesus, if you see fit to give me a child, then I accept.
Right.
Like
right.
I'm actively rooting for it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and I'm only gonna have sex with people who I want to be the father of my child potentially. Not everybody has to.
You want to trap? Yeah.
Ideally. So that is my winter story arc. Okay.
Okay. Let's figure out this. Let's see what that means.
If you're seeing this video before October 1st, then you are just in time to start planning and prepping for your winter arc. And if you're watching it after October 1st, don't worry, just get to prepping and planning right after watching this video. There are a couple different interpretations of what the winter arc is, but the one that I am going off of is that starting on October 1st, you have 3 months, 90 days more or less until the end of the year. And these are the months where a lot of people tend to slow down. Oh, I'll start on January 1st when the new year comes. It's starting to get colder. It's starting to get darker earlier. This is a time where people tend to let their foot off the gas, but there's still 3 months left in the year. So the winter arc is all about just dialing the fuck in and getting super laser focused on your goals, on your personal development, on your growth. So that way, by the time the 1st of January rolls around, you are already coming out a whole nother beast. The image that I kind of have in my mind that I associate with winter arc for some reason is somebody who's in an oversized black hoodie, black jogger set, who has their hood up, they're putting their headphones on, they're getting ready to go for a run in the rain at 5 a.m. Like, that's what I see when I think winter arc. So I'm actually gonna be using tonight to write down everything that my winter arc is going to include and get it all on paper in front of me, but I do have some ideas in my head that I've already been brainstorming, so I'm gonna go ahead and share them with you just to give you guys an idea of what you can use for a winter arc inspo as well. First one being more adamant about my sleep time and my wake up time. So I do have a goal that by the end of the winter arc, I am going to be a 5:30 a.m. wake up time girl. Right now I'm averaging around 7:15. So I'm gonna start on October 1st, waking up at 6:30, and then I'm gonna slowly start inching up to 5:30, so I will be there by the end of the year. Second one being, I am going to be following a workout plan and meal plan protocol. I've been pretty lenient and on and off with my training intensity and also with my meals. So this is just going to be a way to really lock in, dial in what I'm going to do.
This is the part that's just for her.
I'm actually going to be increasing my caloric intake.
Okay, we get it. I can't. Oh my god, the video's only halfway done. It's so funny. She started out, she was like, "This is for you," and now this is for me.
I don't care about
that. She was just a caloric intake. I was like, "It's time."
I'm like, how much do you think we care about this? This much,
or this much?
Literally, I'm like, I don't care, dude. What is it? I mean, she makes some good, but she starts out going, "It's when you're lazy." Then she goes, but then she's like, "But for my winter arc, I'm going to be doing this." But wasn't it essentially she's like, "It's lazy time"?
No, she said that's what people think. Like people are like, "Oh, it's the holidays, it's the winter, I'm gonna be lazy," but she's like, actually, it's like time to wake up at 4
and do all those 50,000 tasks.
I know, and increase my calories, but then still be skinny and da 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 da. I get it, and I love this. I think that she's single. I think that because listen, I get it
giving
too.
Single.
It's giving single, and I mean that in the best possible way because when you're single, it is the time to do all that stuff because you're not revolving anything around a man.
You don't have to like consult another person.
Right. And also you're not with another person. Like, listen, when you're sharing any part of your life with another person, that takes time. So
and also you're getting healthy. So you're definitely not with a man right now.
No, 100% you're not.
You're losing weight to get a man and then you're going to gain that all back.
Right. We know how we've been through this once or twice in our lives.
We're not going to hear from her for 3 months and just come back and we're going to break up. Yeah. And then she's like, here's what I'm going to do next. You know?
No, right. My spring arc. It's like I always, I can go to bed at like 9:30 p.m. when I'm single. Easy.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving anybody hanging with texts. I feel you can't. If you like don't live with a boyfriend and he wants to catch up on the day every day, which by the way is green flag behavior, if someone wants to check in with you daily, you're going to be like, "No, I'm waking up at 5:30."
And also men love to eat. This is what I find hard about dieting in a relationship because men do not diet, and their version of dieting is totally different than a girl dinner versus guy dinner is so. Men will always be like, you just need to like eat more protein. It's like, no, dude, I have to be in a calorie deficit, dude.
Of course.
But guys always, they're like, no, you need to eat more. Like,
Right.
they don't, because our bodies are different.
They are, but men's bodies are like a furnace. Have you ever shared a bed with a man? I mean, when you go from single to being in a relationship, and you're like, this is so nice, and then you're sharing a bed with someone all night long, and you wake up and you're drenched in sweat because you're literally next to a fire pit all night long. Like, they're burning calories like you wouldn't believe. Every inch of man, I think, requires like 10,000 calories per second.
I know.
To function.
They can lose weight just skipping dessert.
Literally.
And they'll be like, oh, but we were good all week. I'm like, I wasn't good all week. I have to be in a calorie deficit, dude. Do you understand this? My body is so sensitive to like the precise. So I find dieting is so hard with a man because you do want to socialize. You do want to, he doesn't want to deal with your vegan bullshit, to be honest.
It makes his dick not hard. Like, men don't like that. They're like, this isn't like, what are we doing?
He's probably like, she doesn't, like, what are we going to do? You don't drink, you don't eat. Unless you find a guy who like is cool with, like, likes that. It was like, oh yeah, I diet too, or I'm in the health space too.
I know, but men, listen, but you can't even be over. Like, men don't want to hear about it. Like, you can have your little restrictions or whatever, but they don't want it to be in a topic.
I know. There's like, I don't give a shit. Literally, I want to have a meal with you.
There's something so precious about men because they really have simple wants and needs. They're complex creatures, but some things are very straightforward with them.
They're more straightforward.
They're like, I want your time and attention. Like, when we're together, I want us to be together, and like, I want you to be nice. That's underrated. I want you to be pleasant and not a bitch, and I want us to share a meal, and I want good sex. That's.
I know, it's so easy to. It is
I mean,
so easy.
99% of it.
I know, it's so easy to make a man happy. It's 2 minutes of your life. The difference between a guy that hasn't, like, when you're in a relationship and like you haven't had sex in a while, and the men get so angry. There's just like anger, and then when you do have sex with them, they're just so chill. They're so calm.
It's you, and
you
know
what? Literally, it's like, oh, I just need to give him 3 minutes.
It's
2
actually
minutes.
like
Let him do what the fuck he wants, and just like, But consent always, guys. I'm just saying.
But it's actually abuse.
Yeah.
to withhold. I mean, listen. I'm saying shit. No. Wait. Let me express it the right way. I understand shit happens. I totally get it. I've been there, and I understand also sometimes you're in like a bad place in a relationship, and you're like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
And I get that. Sometimes you're unwell, or something. Totally understood. Sometimes your schedules don't line up. I get it. But if he's being like a petulant child and you're like, why though? And you just haven't blown him in like 2 months, just maybe try it. If you're able, if you have the stamina, if you can do it, if you guys are in a good place, blah, blah, blah. All those saying you're both well. Just try it.
Right. You have a mouth. We understand people don't have mouth or don't have like.
If you don't have a mouth, don't even sweat it. Like, but if you have a working throat, like, I bet you could turn this relationship around.
Literally. Right, Andrew? Are we correct?
Are we right?
We have an on-site man at all times to like get.
Is there anything that
I'm not going to agree with this.
Okay.
Please. I want to hear
Is it sexist to say that you could literally make a man happy in 3 minutes?
I mean, I don't think guys, that's all that like they're upset about, or are they? I don't know. I don't know what the situation is, why there's no sex happening.
Can we set the stage for you a little bit?
Andrew wants to go home right now.
He's so sweet. I know. Andrew's like, it's 11 o'clock at night. Andrew, here's the stage. You're in a relationship that's mostly happy, but you guys have been like a little squabbly recently. It's been a little bit of tension.
I've been working late. I'm stressed out.
You've been working late. You're stressed out, and you guys just haven't really like spent quality time and like had sex in a little while. And you're like, oh, we haven't like been intimate in a little while. And then out of nowhere, you guys are still busy and pressed for time and stressed out. And out of nowhere, she comes home and she goes, I know we haven't even really had time for this. I'm just going to blow you really quick. I feel like I've missed you. We haven't connected and you deserve it. And, we can talk later, but let's just like do this really quick and go about our days. I love you. That wouldn't fix things a little bit.
I mean, it sounded like that they weren't having sex because of her mostly, and he just wanted to the whole time, and then it sounds like
it's both of them. It's both of their fault. Like, they just haven't. I don't know. They just haven't factored
I'll say
it
this:
in.
what I've learned about men, what I've been told, is that men and women handle stress differently. So when a man's stressed out, he actually wants to have sex. When a woman's stressed out, she wants nothing to do with sex.
Yeah, because we don't feel turned on.
She's in her anger. She's in her masculine, right? So we're like, that's what happens with me. I get like stressed out about things. I don't like put out in a while, and the man like I'm with will get like angry, like just like they'll get snippy.
No,
like,
they do.
Oh, okay,
they do.
And then you have sex with them, and they're like, nice. Oh, you want to go dinner? Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and let me say this for men also, that when I've been there, of course, but then also like you tend to feel better because
Yeah, so
you've,
that's
like,
true.
had, like,
That's
and
true,
you
yes.
had
You're like,
intimacy
that
with
actually
someone
was
that you
great. That's-
love.
yeah, yeah.
You come a few times, like it's so nice.
you're
and
lucky.
then, if you're lucky, yeah. But you can also just like kind of like handle it. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right,
what are you
right.
gonna wait for a man to do it every time? I'm just saying, let's take the pressure off some things and like yourself
Yeah.
so you can do it. And everybody's had a nice time. Like, I have made myself get in the mood because I'm just like, all right, I'm not gonna like shoot this guy. Like, this is my boyfriend, and I just don't think that you can say no to sex a million times without like really hurting the relationship.
Yeah, because the thing is, if you don't want to have sex, then maybe
Why
it's
are
not
you
the,
with
maybe
them?
it's not the right relationship. Just
Yeah.
throwing it out there. You don't have to have sex with people you don't want. Guys, consent.
Obviously.
But maybe you should ask yourself,
Andrew, you're still on camera and your mic's on.
Andrew, why are you messing up the best part of this podcast? The podcast just got good.
I agree with you though.
Shut up, Andrew.
He wants to go home. He like doesn't want to. He hates this podcast.
No, I love clickbait.
Andrew, Mike's
Clickbait's my
hot. He's
favorite
not even paying
podcast.
attention. But anyway, listen. The message is, if it's all consensual between you, just like blow somebody once in a while. Have him do the same to you. Your day might turn around.
I will say this, Karen, you're 100% right. Whenever I said, all right, I'll just, open my legs, I'll put my legs in the air, whatever.
And literally, you don't have to do anything. You just lay there like a starfish.
But when I go, I'm like, oh, my tension's relieved too.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
men are right about that's what you need to get laid and your stress will come out.
it's not the worst idea ever. It's really not.
Thank
And
you,
then-
men. Thank
yeah.
you for teaching women how to be.
In your infinite horniness, thank you.
All right.
Men are the horniest creatures I've ever met in my life.
I know.
They're just all about it. God bless them.
They just want to pounce on you.
You
When
know
they
what's
like
funny?
you, they want to. Remember that episode in Sex
It's
and the
very
City
sweet.
when she's on a honeymoon and Steve constantly wants to have sex and she's like, I'm hiding. Steve will not leave me alone. I'm like hiding in a bush. 'Cause I don't-
Oh yeah, you know what? I find that such an endearing quality about men. When they're about you, they're like so about it to the
Yeah.
point where you're like, I'm sore. I
Yeah,
need a
yeah.
minute, but they don't.
I like it. If I'm really into a guy, I want to have sex all the time too. It's when I lose interest. Well, there's a lot of things. Mostly it's my own stress. If I'm really serious with the guy, it's mostly stress. But if in the beginning, if we're not having sex constantly, I probably am not that into you. Sorry guys that I dated that we didn't have a lot of sex.
100%.
I probably wasn't really into the relationship. No offense. You're great. Us together, we're not.
You know what's funny though? I'll just say this and get out. Maybe this is a mistake, but I'm going to say it anyway. But like
Ooh,
when
we're gonna edit this out.
I don't know. Maybe I think it's nothing. But when I'm into a guy, like especially at the beginning when you're like so excited by the idea of somebody.
Yeah.
And you just are like so turned on by that person, you really want them. Like I'm very overwhelmed by those fans. Like I'll be like, oh my god, this is distracting. Like I can't
can't
focus
get
at
that-
work.
yeah.
I can't. You know what I mean? I'm like rotting away in bed thinking about this person. That's how I feel as a girl. Okay. Now I often try to imagine what it's like to just be another human being. Like if I woke up in your body, what would that feel like? Because I bet it would feel pretty different than what it's like to be me. Maybe in a way that'd be like, oh my god, this is actually quite different. To be a man, but you know what I mean? Like we all have a totally different thing.
Hormones, we've different hormones, different composition, different.
But also like your eyes are slightly different. Do you know what I mean? I know we're seeing the same things, but your body's experience is just different because
but
it's yours.
Different chemical compositions.
Yes, and exactly. So I wonder if that's how I feel, and I'm like, oh, this feeling is like distracting of like thinking about this person and wanting this person. I don't understand how men get anything done because I watch tons of YouTube.
It's consuming for you.
Because I don't have that testosterone how men have. And when I watch like tons of YouTube and I watch a lot of like people's like gender transitions and people who are female, it's interesting. And also it's just what comes up on my YouTube constantly. They're like, do you want to know about this? I'm like, I do.
Why is it so? We'll talk about it. I don't want to know because I'm going to get angry. But
No, wait. But people who go from female to male and they start taking testosterone, like something that they sometimes say is that their sex drive goes crazy, like goes through the roof. And then the other way, people that go from male to female, they take estrogen, they're suppressing their testosterone. They're like, some of them, not everybody, say like, I don't even have a sex drive anymore. So I'm wondering, and like the female to males are like, it's consuming, it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
I wonder so much. Are men
Well, that's what men say. You know what men say? You know what men say when they're younger? That sex, it gets better. They say, I've heard comics talk about this. Actually, one comedian said in a special, he said, thank God I turned 40 because I stopped thinking about sex so much.
Oh, was that Dan Soder special?
Soder,
so funny.
He was saying, like, now I can think about dinosaurs again. It's like I went back to being a kid. Like, when I was a kid, I thought about like, dinosaurs. And then I like got interested in girls. And all I could think about was sex.
Oh, that's so funny.
And it's like, it is uncomfortable to get like a boner. He didn't say this in the special, but I'm sure getting a boner in class is like like
It has to feel
you want to
life-ending.
when you're 16, 17, 18, 20, whatever. You want to fuck everything. Right. You really just want to like, and it is consuming.
I was really consumed by, like, I was consumed by that too as a teenager, but on a girl scale. Do you know what I mean?
Like
Where
romantically.
Yeah. But
And
I'm just saying, yeah, but also like, I don't know. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know anything. I'd never done anything with anybody, but I was just like, I was into boys and I was like, what would this be like? Whatever. But that was from a girl's perspective. I'm just so curious. Like, are men just keeping a lid on it at all times to not freak women out? Like, Andrew, are you just kind of not, like, do you have to just hold back all the time from being horny because it's going to scare women?
No, I think I don't know. I think it might be a myth that guys are this horny.
No, when they're younger, it's worse. Like they say when they're like 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. They say about 30, it gets better.
Yeah, I think it's like an addictive personality for certain people. Maybe that they're just like,
that was really insightful.
They're like, I just need this good feeling type of thing. But like, I would see constantly guys that would just be like, I just need to do this dumb thing for like someone that's like whatever, not that hot or whatever. But they just like, I don't know. It just seems like an addictive personality, and it's like.
You don't get distracted by like
how hot women are.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I could appreciate their beauty and be like, okay, they're super hot. Like it'd be nice to see them naked, but it's not like, oh, I'm going to like actively try to like.
I find that insulting. How dare you?
Well, I think okay, maybe you weren't a horny teen. I think being a boy, a teenage boy, is just a walking sock. It's a walking sticky sock.
Yeah.
They just want to put their dick in everything.
Is that true?
I think but I think maybe I don't know. Maybe like with porn and stuff, like you just kind of you might just watch porn. You might like not bother an actual
yes, which is not
person.
great either. But okay, I think that's it. I don't need to know any more about this.
Okay, this was a great episode. Thank you guys.
Teenage boys are gross, though. I'm going to say this. I don't like to like offend any community, but like I just see teenage boys. I think they're so gross. I just couldn't see them like. I don't see them. I don't imagine them. I'm just like they just look like walking socks.
Right. No,
like
no doubt they are.
Sock.
I know, but that's why they are. That's
so
why
gross. Teenage boys.
The only people that are into teenage boys or teenage girls, ideally,
and Diddy.
Yeah,
and P Diddy,
and certain grown men
in Hollywood,
of course,
that want to blackmail other people.
Probably a lot of people.
But it's like Adriana Palucci has this joke about like Michael Jackson was want to have sex with kids. They see met a kid. Like they're insufferable.
Right.
They're literally insufferable.
Oh my God. If you guys have time on your hands, go look up Dan Soder and Adrian Palucci.
Yeah.
They are so funny. Two of the funniest working comics alive.
Adrian is like effortlessly funny. It's
oh my God,
actually annoying how effortlessly. Oh my God.
Yeah. Do yourselves a favor.
I'm not gonna recite another joke.
No. But do yourselves a favor.
I agree with her. I'm like, yeah. I just see teenage boys. I'm like, ew. They're just gross. They're
I know.
Dirty. They're like
they're in a holding pattern. Like that's how I see teenage boys. Where I go, oh, you just need to like do your thing for a few years before anyone can even really talk to you or look at you in a meaningful way. You just got to be over there.
Yeah. All right. Put your socks away, guys.
Yeah. All right. Well, hit us up. We love you. Come see our show November 20th at The Stand. Go to The Stand website and click it.
Clickbait it.
And clickbait it. And then come back next week. We love you so much. Come hit us up on social media. Do whatever you want. And we'll talk to you next week.
Stay horny.